Tyrannosaur here. Got a brand new series coming in. It's Attack Reviews. This one was by request from Aaron. I'm going to talk a little bit about this GoHo. And the first thing I want to say is the second I saw these golems go down at the beginning, I knew this wasn't going to work. I knew instantly it was a fail, especially because he didn't have a jump spell. If he had a jump spell, I would have said, okay, maybe he gets this done, but right here, I already knew it was over, which kind of sucks. So the reason, it takes a little bit of explaining, but one of the main reasons this isn't that great is you kind of want to drop these golems to create a funnel. That's kind of the most important part. And you want to be taking as little damage as possible while you're taking the funnel. That's kind of two of the main points here. And if you are going to drop a golem in a spot that doesn't help you to make a funnel cheaply, it should be to take out some sort of difficult areas in the base. And unfortunately, the big problem with this particular deployment is actually this golem over here. And this golem here too. If he had a jump spell, it would have been good because he could have jumped here. But we'll see this golem actually just gets stuck. And he's not really tanking that much. You could have dropped this golem. Instead of dropping him here, you could have dropped him here. If you did want to bomb him in to tank those, which would have been terrible, definitely hit the jump. Jump right there would have been awesome. Could have gotten into these Teslas. That would have been really nice. Otherwise, you could have dropped him there and then bombed in here and had them all go in here. But anyways, this is kind of the problem golem. The reason he's a problem golem is because he's not really helping any kind of funnel be created. You don't need to funnel the half of the entire base to get your guys to go into the middle. I think this cannon is far away enough from this drill. You drop a wizard right here, start this side of the funnel, then use these army camps. It's said in like a million times in every video you watch. It's use the army camps as a funnel. Because they have like one of the lowest hit points in the game, are really low, and they're big. They're like that extra square or whatever. So you start funnel here to right here, just because of the way the base is laid out, and you have this nice funnel right here. You drop your heroes right here. There's nowhere for them to go. You actually, you could get a little unlucky maybe, but whatever. Jump right here, gets into the whole base no matter what. That's kind of like a little more ideal of a way. This is just too wide. It's overextending. It wouldn't have been that bad, but unfortunately, this expo up here is set to ground, I think. It's either set to ground or maybe it's just in range of here. You should definitely be checking that out. But because it has that 3-point defenses on it, he kind of goes down pretty fast. And yeah, he's not accomplishing anything. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So anyways, that was the first problem. The second problem is probably these potions. If you're going to bring more than one rage on a GoHo, you need to have a very specific reason that you need the rage. There's some reasons I could get into that would take a while to explain, but short answer is probably never bring 2 rage. I know a jump would have been really nice. I pretty much always bring jumps. But if you didn't want to bring a jump, then you'd bring that extra heal. Give the hogs that extra little oomph. And something that Aaron does, he splits up his heroes, one here, one here. I actually just tried to do that the other day, and I failed that attack. And haven't been failing too often recently, so it seems like splitting up your heroes isn't really that good of an idea. Keep them together right here. Keep a golem or 2 out in front of them. Make sure they don't die. It is relatively important in these attacks that this kill squad you bring, especially if you bring the 3rd golem, they have to make it into the middle and tank some of this stuff. They have to tank this expo. They have to tank some of this. And you sort of have to keep your heroes alive. Your heroes are pretty important. If you just lose your queen, it's not going to work out. So anyways, we can watch some more of the attack. Starts funneling on that side, drops a few more here. little slow on these one. You know, you can always deploy faster. I feel like I'm always, even when I watch my own attacks, I'm like, wow, I wish I could get those down faster, but never happens. I think everything looks fine so far in the deployment here. Gets all his wall breakers in fine, but you see this golem on the left here is already in red. Both of these golems are already like almost dead. That's really not what you want. So this golem is going to be dead before his king is even in there. And another bad part about this golem over here is it pulls the CC over here. So kind of double bad. This rage over here on the king doesn't actually do anything. Forgetting so it's like if you have any balloons or dragon coming near your queen like that, you just have to face her. That's just how it works. One balloon drop like kills her automatically. They do so much damage when they drop those bombs. You just have to phase her right away. Yeah, that's just how it is. So this deployment looks fine, I think. Let's see here. I haven't actually watched this too closely. They get it done, maybe with that an extra heal, I could have extra heal in the core right here. Maybe you would have had enough juice to get through, but you really wanted like a golem here taking these Expo and these Teslas would have been fantastic. Would have definitely been a sure thing, and even a queen doing some extra damage would have been really nice. So yeah, this would be sort of my critiques on this one. Funnel too wide. Don't split your heroes. And yeah, don't miss the queen's ability, obviously, but especially if they have balloons and a dragon coming against her. I think the hog deployment was more or less fine. I'm not really sure. I mean, I think if he had stuff tanking down here for them, they would have been good. Not 100% sure. Alright, well, I know Jeff attacked that same exact base, and so I'll pick on Jeff a little bit. He had the same thing. His potion choice is better, but literally same army, but unfortunately he goes with these 3 golems here again, which is really not what you want. Creating a funnel super cheap is definitely the way to go, and then these bombers are actually really, really bad. So he bombs before the wizards actually create any sort of funnel, and the CC comes out, and this golem just gets baked. Yeah, that's not what you want to do. So that order of that is extremely important. You really need to, really need to create a funnel. Like, you really, really don't want to bomb in there. Like, it's actually really bad to bomb in there. Sounds kind of weird, but when you're creating your funnel at the beginning, you want to set it up so you're taking as little damage as possible, so that your golems have as much life as possible when they actually get into the base. And I didn't even see the hog deployment. The hog deployment looked fine. He made sure he spread a little wider with the hogs. Looks like he took everything out. So that looks good. That's probably a little more what I would have done. Let's go to the current war. Nope, that's right. We want to go to Word log. That's the most recent one we just did. And we're going to look at Jeff's attack. Got to pick on Jeff as much as possible. Not the one where he 2-starred. The one where he 0-starred. So this is the same exact base I hit. And he does it pretty similar, but he makes a few little mistakes that end up costing him. So first of all, I'd like to explain why this base is set up really poorly and why, technically is kind of an easy 3. So when you're funneling, I talked about this already in this video a bit, but when you're funneling, you want to take as little damage as possible. That's super important. If you can create a wide enough funnel and get your guys into the middle of the base, these golems to tank, heroes to do damage, kind of cover for your hogs. You want them to be you want them to be in good condition when they get in there. And the way this base works is it has this spot at the bottom. It's just empty, and it just makes it very easy to get your guys to go in cheaply to the middle. And you're only going to be getting hit by 3-point defense. He has no queen in range. He has no expos in range. And it's such an easy funnel, such an easy, cheap funnel. It makes it a not very good base. Golems are down, perfect position. Starts taking the funnel. He hasn't bombed in yet, which is good. He's bombing in now. Bombers look fine. So one of the killer things is he drops this jump slightly off. Like if it had been one square down, we're probably looking at, a 2-star or something. But it should be good now. They'll go in there, but this golem ends up taking so much damage up here, unfortunately. Those bombers just didn't make it in. He loses basically a whole golem for that. And he loses even more time when the jump misses. And he doesn't rage his kill squad. Super important. Rage that kill squad. They would have had the speed to run away from the dragon, and the queen would have taken the dragon out a lot faster. And I'll talk about the hog deployment in a little bit. We'll focus on the kill squad for now. But just doesn't drop the rage in time. The queen somehow stays alive. And then he gets some unlucky queen AI. So a couple unlucky things happened. But the kill squad portion made a few small mistakes that can really cost you. Misses the jump spell by 1, which is bad luck. He lost that entire golem on outside. So unfortunate. We'll take another quick look. I'm going to just go up to the hog deployment this time. And I'll mention something. So this is all fine. Needed to rage there. So he starts the attack, which is fine. The queen's distracted. She's hitting the golem. Kill squad's down. Or the CC is clearly going to the kill squad. And let's see. So he drops his hogs in 2 phases up here. Up on the top, he dropped like 2 and 2, and then another 2 and 2. And, that's not really what you want to be doing. Just kind of, timing is really important. And dropping 2 and 2 and then 2 and 2 again is just, you don't have the time for it. Just drop all 4. If a giant bomb does go off, like if they happen to have one giant bomb up here, just drop a heal. It's a lot better than trying to trickle them in and trying to avoid the giant bombs. So he kind of drops them in phases. This heal is maybe a little early over here, but probably not terrible. The king just is doing too much damage here. Like he really beats up these hogs. And then he loses his hogs up top to this cannon and some more of his hogs straight over there. And he just kind of runs out of hogs. Just too much damage, and his kill squad didn't get in far enough. So, alright. Kind of just little teeny things. I mean, overall it looks pretty good, but little things. So we're going to watch my version of the same attack. It's actually the same exact base. Identical in every way. I go a little wider on the funnel because I really wanted to make sure that my queen wasn't going to wrap around the outside of the base, and then she did anyways. Go queen. I should have dropped these bombers higher up. The bombers and the queen should have gone up here. I just didn't even think that she would bounce like that. We dropped the poison, and then the kill squad's getting in. Rage goes down right away on the jump. And I think I start the hog deployment right about here. So 3 and 3 right away. Just kind of let them work around so I don't drop this side. Now the reason I wait on this side is I want these hogs to start doing some damage, and I want these golems and this squad in the middle here to sort of penetrate in a little more. And especially to take some aggro from the king. I was waiting till this king got over here and started fighting my king, because I didn't want this king beating on my hogs. And that's always nice. It was kind of a similar thing you do with the Laloon, where you would, you'd go with that counter-clockwise motion. If you can do it, it's not always the case, but especially on a more compact base like this, where you're taking a lot of damage, and there's not much of a giant bomb threat, then you'll wait till they work their way around a little bit more. So that was the technique I used here. Now that the king's distracted and my hogs are starting to come over, I try to save my queen here. I did not even plan to drop any right down there, but I tried to save my queen. What are you going to do? Try to improv, and then I dropped my last hogs up here with the giant to tank a little bit. And saved the heal. I didn't drop one of those early heals on the group, which is always nice. Don't drop your heals too early. Especially if you're going to drop like the giant and stuff to tank. You just don't need to drop. You gotta be frugal with your heals in certain cases. Pretty much, you want to save. I mean, obviously, for all your hogs are going to die, you want to use it, but try to calculate how many defenses are there and how much damage your guys are going to be taking, and see if you really need the heal. A lot of the times, you'll need to save them for giant bomb locations, since that's super important. Otherwise, if they really are going to die, like if a Tesla pops up or there's just a lot of defenses attacking your hogs, that would be the other situation you would want to use them. But yeah, so very little, I mean, really almost exactly the same attack. Slightly, I mean, the kill squad was different. Yeah, just a few little things, so. Cool. Well, this video got a little bit long. I was sort of talking about minimizing damage with the funnel, I think, was the best lesson to learn from the other video we watched. And then sort of a little bit of the theory of what you're doing when you're creating the funnel and what you want your guys to be doing when they actually get in the base. Don't bring 2 rages unless you have a really specific reason to do it. Jump's really good. Either go 1 rage, 3 heal, or 1 jump, 3 heal, or 1 rage, 1 jump, 2 heal. Those are probably the best combinations. But yeah, make sure to drop your rage in your kill squad. You pretty much always want to do it. If you're not going to like lure the CC out with a hog first or something, pretty much always want to just drop that rage on your kill squad pretty soon to just kind of get into the base, like kill the CC faster, or just kind of kill the high HP storages faster. It'll help push your kill squad into the base, and so they can tank for your hogs more. And then a little bit of patience on the deployment with the hogs. If you can wait until one group makes it around to another group, that can be very good, especially if the second portion of the base, the second section of the base has a lot of defenses or a king guarding it. And then be a little bit frugal with your heals. If there's only a few defenses attacking you, you should probably save your heal. Unless you're about to run over a giant bomb, you've just run over a giant bomb, or you're about to, take on a ton of defenses. Like if you're about to enter a section of the base that has a lot of defenses in it, probably you would want another heal. So that is a little intro to GoHo. Trying to cover some attack reviews and some of the basic stuff. I hope to do more in the future. Good luck in war, guys. And Jeff and Aaron are awesome. Just because they didn't have good attacks doesn't mean they're not awesome. Just throwing that out there.